What's good everyone, my name is Ovi and welcome to a new FIFA 19 tutorial on the channel. In the next couple of minutes we're gonna talk about the best formations in FIFA 19, guys. I've been playing this game so much lately in order to squeeze the information that you guys need to hear and need to add to your game. Before we get started, make sure guys to leave a like at the video if you are enjoying the tutorial series on the channel. If you want to see a passing tutorial tomorrow, let's try and get over 1100 likes on this video. When that happens, I'm gonna put immediately a passing tutorial. And you've seen guys, it's extremely difficult sometimes to pass properly in this game. Passes have become more realistic, harder to do, and I know you need the help, so I'm gonna sort you out. First on our list, we've got the 4-4-2 flat, and before talking more about this formation, I gotta tell you fellas, this year I believe that the most effective formations in the game will be the ones with wingers. Why do I say that? Well, defending in the middle of the defense, it's extremely easy at this moment. The defenders are extremely aggressive. They close the gaps very well, and it is almost impossible, at least now with how the game is looking, to open up a defense only with fast passes in the middle. If you don't go a bit from the wing to the middle, it's gonna be extremely difficult. That's my opinion now. If the game changes, somehow gets patched, I'm gonna do of course a new video with the best formations. So the 4-4-2 flat fellas. We've got of course a very important thing that you need to take into consideration. Your two central midfielders, the LCM and the RCM, they gotta be box-to-box players, else it's gonna be hard to play this formation. Box-to-box means decent pace, decent defending, decent shooting, decent tackling. They gotta be good at everything. Not fantastic, but good at everything. To support the attack, to support the defense, good stamina, that's very important. Left mid, right mid, of course, they gotta be pacey. They gotta have the speed in order to surprise the opponent on the wing. So you do 2, 3, 4, 5 passes with the left striker LCM and then the right central midfielder, something like that, a triangle. Then you see the right midfielder or the left midfielder opening the play with a run. You're just gonna have to pass him the ball, but he needs the pace in order to get in front of the full back. Regarding the two strikers, you can combine them. You can have a target man together with a fast player, but obviously in FIFA, no matter what you hear, pace is extremely important. So the best option is to go with two fast players that are very good at finishing. Next on our list, we've got the 4-3-3 holding. I didn't enjoy it a lot last year, but this year it seems to be fantastic. You've got a great control over the game because it is a wide formation. You can defend very well. You've got one CDM, then the other two central midfielders almost always come in support and close the gaps. It's great for counterattacks. You've got wingers, you can always make them do runs and play a long pass to them, a chip pass, a through ball, and that's very important. Counterattacks will always be a big part of the game, and I was telling you at the beginning about this formation and that it's one for control. You can make a very good possession. Sometimes it's difficult to play fast, to have a fast build-up, and if you don't do a counterattack from 1-2 passes to get on the wing, it's gonna be difficult to catch the opponent. But normally guys, this formation offers you a bit from everything. It gives you the opportunity to go on counterattacks with the wingers, gives you the opportunity to control very well the game. It has a very good defense, and you will be surprised. When you attack, you will do it mostly with your CDM as a playmaker sometimes, and that's the moment when the left central midfielder and right central midfielder will come into play, make smart runs and open the opponent's defense. Great formation. Of course, that CDM guys needs to be strong defensively before being a playmaker in attack, which doesn't happen very often. He needs to be strong defensively. He needs to close the gaps in defense. Right winger, left winger, fast striker, can be a target man for crosses. or can be combined, you know, a bit from everything, fast with decent finishing. Those are my favorite strikers. Next one, we've got the 4-3-2, another great formation to control the play. This time you don't have wingers, you've got lateral attacking midfielders, but you can make them play as wingers from the custom tactics. It can prove to be too defensive if your CDMs are not box-to-box players. At least one of them needs to be box-to-box and come support the attack and play as a central midfielder. Left striker, right striker, I prefer the combination when they are basic players, good at finishing. Left attacking midfielder, right attacking midfielder, again, they gotta be good at finishing long shots, and they gotta be also pacey. Sometimes it is difficult to find the right players for this formation, but when you do, it's a great one. Passes are extremely easy to perform because the triangles are easy to do with the 4-2-2, and you know for sure that in football, in FIFA, triangles for passing are the most important thing you can have in a team when you want to have a good possession of the ball. Let's talk now about the 4-2-3-1 formation, and this one has been a top formation in the game for 5-6 years now. It's extremely good. People have won world championships with this formation. Why? Because it's so balanced. You've got a very good defense with the two CDMs. It's great for counter-attacks because you will be able to make triangles and make triangle passes and make the left attacking midfielder, right attacking midfielder make the runs. You're not gonna do a counter-attack using especially your striker, a through ball to him. You're gonna use the left attacking midfielder, right attacking midfielder, and the central attacking midfielder. Central attacking midfielder is the most important player in my opinion from this team. You need a player, an all-round player. He needs to have the pace to move very fast left and right and support the game where you need support. He needs to be fantastic at long shots to surprise the opponent with a long shot. He needs to be very good at finishing, because trust me, he will get a lot of times in one-on-one positions, and this is where it all comes down to your personal preference. You might use a central attacking midfielder that is not strong physically but very fast, or you might go, as I like to do it, not with a very fast player, just fast, you know, like 85, 86, 87 instead of 93 but weak physically. But my player is a bit more well-rounded and can also protect the ball, a very important attribute for the central attacking midfielder. Again, this formation can become way too defensive if your CDMs are both, like, you know, CDMs. You don't have one box-to-box player. Preferably both should be box-to-box, people like Hulit and Vieira, but it's difficult to buy those players. Still, they gotta be decent at defending, decent at speed, decent at finishing and passing. You can combine them here. You can have one player that is very good defensively and one player that is better a bit in attack to help support your players when they are charging the opponent. Our next formation is the 4-4-2 holding. I forgot to mention at the classic 4-4-2, the only con when using it, it may prove to be sometimes risky in defense because you don't have CDM. You've got two central midfielders. Now the 4-4-2 holding is a bit safer in defense, so think about all the pros that the classic 4-4-2 has. The 4-4-2 holding has them also, but it's better in defense. Of course, you're not gonna be able to attack exactly the same like with the classic 4-4-2. Only if guys, only if your two CDMs are box-to-box players. And I know I'm repeating myself regarding the central players, the CDMs, the central midfielders being box-to-box. It is so important. You need players like that. It's so crucial to have a player that can both support the attack, pass the ball in attack, create chances, shoot from long distance, and in the same time when it comes down to defending, you know, he needs to be strong there. He needs to be able to protect the ball, to tackle the opponent, to dominate the strikers. I know players like this are hard to come by, but if you do have them, then the 4-4-2 holding, 4-4-2 classic are amazing options. Only difference between them, I told you, 4-4-2 classic is a bit more attacking, 4-4-2 holding is a bit better in defense. Last but not least, we've got the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. As I told you at the beginning of this video, I'm not a fan of narrow formations this year. I believe that wide formations will rule, but if you are a great passer, especially in tight spots, if you like counter attacks, if you know that you can keep possession of the ball by doing short and fast passes, and as I told you, if you rely on counter attack, then you need to go and you need at least try, you know, the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow or the 4-3-1-2 variation. You're gonna need, of course, two fast players at strikers. The central attacking midfielder needs also to be fast, good at finishing and at long shots. CDM in the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow needs to be a proper CDM. Vieira, Kedira, players like this. Also in the 4-3-1-2, if you don't have a CDM, don't think that the CM is gonna play like you know, like a right central midfielder or left central midfielder. Now, a lot of times he will come back and play as a CDM, even though not as defensively like the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. So you need one player in the team that is very good defensively, and the left central midfielder, right central midfielder in these two variations needs to be box to box, of course. Left back, right back, they gotta have the speed, guys, so important for fullbacks. So boys, these are in my opinion the best formations in FIFA 19. Leave a comment below and let me know your thoughts about it. Don't forget to drop a like. If we manage to hit 1100 likes, bang, I'm gonna upload a new tutorial about passing in FIFA 19. This will be all for today. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more FIFA 19 videos. Follow me on Twitter if you've got any questions. That's the place to ask me. Link to my Twitter is in the description below. My name is Ovi and I'll see you guys later.